You walk through a museum and you see a Rembrandt, a Botticelli. I may induce mild hypnosis with this exercise. I wasn't even planning to. A Botticelli, a Leonardo, a Van Gogh, however you want to pronounce it, a Cezanne, a Picasso, a de Kooning, a Jackson Pollock, a Klein, an Oldenburg, photos by Mapplethorpe. They're all different. They all had the courage to portray their own reality tunnel. They didn't try to fit the norms of society. And they didn't imitate one another either, which is the era of all mass movements. Every rebellious mass movement sets up an orthodoxy which everybody tries to imitate, and they become just like what they're rebelling against. Art doesn't do that. If you look at the early works of Van Gogh, you'll see he was imitating Rembrandt. That was part of his training, how he taught himself to paint. If he went on imitating Rembrandt, you would never have heard of Van Gogh. It's because he had the courage to paint in his own way that he became a classic. Picasso found his own way of seeing things. That is what makes them valuable. And yet we've got reality police, self-appointed reality police in our society, going around telling us we should all be living in the same reality. And if we dare to live in our own reality or to speak frankly about the fact we're living in our own reality, they want to lock us up and give us shock therapy or something. In other words, the idea of one reality, which is more or less taken for granted, the idea that there is one reality, is a conspiracy to destroy art and creativity. And what does science grow out of? Science grows out of playfulness and artistic elegance and creativity. So it would destroy science too. So the idea of one reality is not only anti-artistic, anti-individualistic, anti-self-realization, but it's even anti-scientific. So have the courage to live in your own reality. If your reality gets too weird, your friends will eventually tell you, hey, lay off for a while. Don't come on so heavy. Reality is what you can get away with. The point at which you can't get away with it, it's not real anymore. I think this is a good point to take a break, let people get up, walk around, loosen up, find the restrooms if you need them, hurry out for a cigarette if you need that, and then we'll get back together in about 5 minutes. I think we should have a question and answer period. Yes?
You live in the East Bay, is that right?
No.
Berkeley, you don't live there?
No. Oh, that was an easy question.
Are you familiar with people that are talking about the urban assault readiness training that's been going on in the cities the last 2 weeks, ending tomorrow? I was wondering if you're familiar with that and what you might attach to the psychology of that, what's going on with urban assault.
It's an exercise, a military exercise, helicopter pilots, this, that, and the other. They've been flying around San Francisco, practicing for urban assault.
Going after smokers.
On the local news, they had mentioned that it was in case of a natural disaster.
Oh, of course.
It passed over it very quickly.
It's a natural disaster. They just simulated the assault at San Francisco.
Yeah, well, there was a movie about 10 years ago, or less, 8 years ago, Blue Lightning, about these helicopters that, Blue Thunder, about these helicopters that are equipped that they